she walks by. So
that's true. I never heard that phrase before. That's true.
So that being said, Hollie Dunaway's corner should be very happy because, as we mentioned at the end of the last round, she started throwing uppercuts and it looked like she was going to start headhunting a little bit.
Yeah, those uppercuts were powerful punches too. Those were the ones that she unloaded on to look for some kind of a knockout or to stop Rodriguez. Nice straight right hand by Dunaway.
And I'm a little perplexed because, as you mentioned, I did give the second round to Wendy Rodriguez. I thought that she did effectively get on the inside and stop Hollie Dunaway. And I'm trying to figure out what she's not doing now that she did then, or is it just that Dunaway is so much on her game?
I think she's getting hit with big counter punches, and so it's a little harder for her to wade in like that. And the other thing Wendy Rodriguez is not doing is using a jab to work her way in. There's a series of kind of slapping left hooks, but the Rodriguez jab would allow her to walk in behind it. She's not using that. That's the kind of combination punch on the inside Rodriguez would like more of.
Another fast run, a little tougher round to call here as we end the seventh.
Fine!
At the end of the last round, though it came, I think, too late for her to win this round, Wendy Rodriguez did get on the inside and threw a lot of punches. Now, not everything landed there, but that's the kind of activity she needs on the inside. Ripping some hooks and a few right hands that snuck in there.
I've already given light warnings on their heads. It's the style. She's coming down. She's coming down the style. Nothing has been delivered. It's the style. Right. Okay, tell her to keep her head up.
Fácil, Wendy. No deje, cuando vea que el cable tira sus golpes, métale la derecha, los golpes de abajo para arriba son importantes. Métale los golpes.
Second time, coach. Double that right here. Go, go. Watch the head.
Kenny Bayless between rounds, very good at seeing trouble before it happens. He saw the head start to come together. Something that happens in quite a few Wendy Rodriguez fights. And went over there and said, just keep an eye on that.
You know, when they last fought, Hollie Dunaway did have a hard time getting down to the 105 level. And she thinks that's why Rodriguez wanted to fight at this weight. But she did not have a problem getting down to the weight this time. She breezed in at 104 and said it was much easier for her. She was a little more disciplined early in the process, and that's showing in this fight.
Well, not only that, Albert, she breezed in. Wendy Rodriguez only weighed 101 for this 105-pound fight. She probably still weighed 101 when the fight started, but Hollie Dunaway might weigh 114.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Wendy Rodriguez really feels comfortable even down around 101. She's not a big girl, and she's not going to be better at those higher weights. Now, Dunaway says she can go all the way up to 112, maybe even 115 at some point. She feels like she'd like to win belts at all those weights.
Well, certainly young enough. Still just a kid, but Wendy Rodriguez, 29 years of age. She started her pro career back in 1999.
Way down, baby. 1, 2, way
down, sort of in the infancy stage.
Yeah, it really was. And that, by the way, is Chris Tyler, Hollie Dunaway, as he shouts out some instructions. Yeah, the history of women's boxing doesn't go back that far, really, in terms of being an effective sport.
So you'd have to, at the same time, call her a bit of a pioneer.
Yes. And of course, Chazelle Hallback, who we're going to see in our next fight, is also one for sure. Dunaway using the ring effectively, landing well, and controlling rounds.
Lower action round, though.
Yeah.
As we come to the end of the 8th.
Time!
Better round for Wendy Rodriguez.
Enough to take it, though?
Possibly.
Bottle, please. Need some more water. You got a water bottle out there?
Here's Diane letting you know it's round number 9.
Déjala ahí porque no puede moverse para atrás como está en la esquina así.
Mantenga la rapidez, no vamos a estarnos parando. Entonces eso es como que tienes que hace más, hágalo rápido. ¿Ok? Cuando repita la derecha, quiero que le combines abajo también, la derecha abajo. Gírale, ¿ok? No quiero que te me quedes parada para nada. Súbate, súbate, hermano. Activícese.
Round number 9, no knockdowns thus far in the fight. It's scheduled for 10. Black and pink, Wendy Rodriguez. And looking very much like Hiawatha, Hollie Dunaway, and a little desperation going on in the corner. I didn't have to understand Spanish to know that from Wendy Rodriguez's corner.
Well, you mentioned Wendy Rodriguez only with 3 knockdowns, so she's not a big puncher. Her key to this fight now, in my opinion, is to crank left hooks. That's her best
Watch your
It's
heads.
the one that's landed. I think she needs to get herself in position and try and throw that hook as much as she can to both the body and the head. She's landed a couple of good ones in the last few rounds.
Landed a good headbutt a little while ago again, and Kenny Bayless, who was worried about that earlier, gave a little warning to watch the heads on the inside.
You know, when she throws that hook to the body, she gets more leverage on it, Wendy Rodriguez, and then she doubles with it to the head. And that's what she really wanted to do in this fight, is get inside and do that continually, but only has done it in spots.
Doing it much better here in the 9th round, but Hollie Dunaway, what she did was hit her with an uppercut this last time when she was on the inside.
Yeah, and that's been a very effective punch for her during the course of this fight. Dunaway, the 23-year-old who really has a bright future ahead of her in women's boxing, as you can see. She's a good technician in the ring, and really is a superb fighter.
Not to be picky, she did one thing between rounds which would really annoy me if she was my fighter, which is she's blowing her nose in the corner. And someday she's going to do that and close an eye.
Yeah, you don't want that. Now this round for Rodriguez has been a little bit better. She's landed a few more punches on the inside and made some more things happen.
Well, Hollie was fighting at quite a heavy pace all the while, so she slowed down considerably. Nice overhand right by Rodriguez.
And Dunaway's won most of the rounds. There's no question about that.
Rodriguez looking good here, but maybe too little, too late. So we end the 9th round.
Time!
Good round.
This is the last round. That's the last round. This last round? Oh, man.
Oh, you gotta get me fast, man.
Rodriguez herself landing a nice little uppercut on the inside. Hollie Dunaway pressing the action. You know, when Hollie presses the action that way, she's a little less effective. And in the last round or so, technique-wise, it hasn't been quite as perfect for her.
Well, the ticket for her in this fight has been to stay on the outside and not fight that inside fight.
Double that jab sometimes. Switch it up. Jab to the body. Jab to the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double him up. Double
All right.
She's choking.
She trying to go over.
All right, no.
Then half. Let me get a half a step. Right.